All right, I have officially started the recording. You may start recap.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mystical Branch. Last time on Mystical Branch, the death worm died. The end.
Got some.
Oh, and also some people were in like some little tunnels that they think dug, but you know, that's the basic gist. The death worm died. The end.
Wait, there was what?
A death worm. Dark.
No, not the death worm.
Tunnels?
Yeah.
Tunnels.
Yeah, they're tunnels.
The
Yeah,
tunnels
dig
that they
a-
dug
Dig a
Dimmadome?
tunnel. Dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel.
So
Dig a
originally
tunnel.
I was like on the fence giving you inspiration point, but given that we just brought up Doug Dimmadome, I'm just gonna just
Yeah.
Dog
like
give
that.
it
no point for you, sorry.
What? What?
You did.
I did a
You didn't
very
describe. You didn't
Okay,
give me-
fine. We went to the
Worm
fort.
died. How,
we
when,
went-
where?
I mean, that is accurate, but you know, whatever. We left the town. We left the town after we got the magic stuff. Went to the forest. The horse was like, "Oh no, something evil's over there." People left the horse to go see the evil thing. Evil thing showed up. Oh no, it's a death worm. Fighting ensues. People do some decisions. Death happens, not to the party, but to the death worm. Turns out that Todrin was also, by the way, Todrin was riding this death worm the whole time, so he's stuck underground. And also turned into Elliot while he was underground. And accurate enough for you?
Why'd
Yeah,
you have to
that
be
was
so sassy about
But I
it?
say when he added
That
the
was so
sassy back into
nasty,
it,
that guy.
I'll be dead serious. The moment he went into intricate detail, I was like, you know, maybe give this guy 2 inspiration points. But then he added the sass at the
Come
end.
on, man. Don't do
I feel like
me
he
like that.
needs like a
Don't do me like
minus
that.
inspiration
It was
No, I'm
point.
accurate.
gonna
Don't
give him
do
1
me like
inspiration
that.
for that. That was kind of offensive. I kind of attacked.
It's
All
fine.
right.
Whatever. What
So,
and ever.
my lovely group, I'm glad that we everyone gathered here today. We left off with Elliot running back his way towards the party in these dark tunnels. You guys have beaten the death worm. Everyone else has come down to see where Elliot is because they all heard him screaming. Huba fell, unfortunately. We don't know how he tripped down the hole, but he did. And he finally landed, I imagine, at some point in his life. Who's pinging me? Oh, it's smoke. It's
How
unfortunate.
did Crow fall into the hole again?
He started breaking the 4th wall, so I kind of rolled a dice.
The rule that made me fall wasn't even me actually breaking the 4th wall. I broke it before that, and then I made another somewhat in character comment, and then I got punished.
Well, that being said, we are now down the hole. However, Elliot, roll me. Why did my roll 20 just shut down on that? What? I had it open. Come back. Thank you. Okay, Elliot, roll me perception. My roll 20 crashed again. Oh, there you go. No, it didn't crash.
Good thing I have good perception.
Oh, nice.
God,
Very
I gotta
nice,
roll
very
all the way
nice.
down. There you go. That's not bad.
Yeah, very nice.
It's a hole.
Whole
Sorry.
lot of
Is this?
nothing.
I don't get it.
Yo, but before I get too distracted in my part, you saw the whole window thing, right? Folk,
Window?
you alchemist? I'll just send you a screenshot of it before I
11?
go back into my deep dive.
Windows update?
No. Roll 20 added windows apparently. Interactive windows.
Like wall windows?
I
Like,
think all
you-
windows. Immerse your players in your story by placing interactive windows. Your players can see through windows or open and climb through them.
Oh, just actual windows.
I'd imagine it uses foggy void to the same degree. It sounds pretty dope.
We can
just open the
we
trunk
can
to let a
explore
nice
that
breeze in.
later.
I know. I'm just letting you know had you seen it, so we don't forget.
Are doors
later.
just giant windows?
Oh my god. Anyway,
Are windows just small doors?
I'm going to stab someone. All right.
I'm
Elliot.
gonna go get my allergy medicine. I'll be right back.
Okay. Elliot, as you're running back to your group, you randomly fall down. Can you roll me a what was on the flat dexterity? See if you can grab onto something to reduce your fall.
Roll a what?
Straight dexterity.
Straight dexterity.
I believe in you. Oh, very nice. As you're plummeting down this very odd, unforeseen hole, which for the rest of you, you have not a clue where this man disappeared to. Like he was walking towards you, then he just kind of like went down. Like he just like went to the back rooms, basically. As you are falling down, you manage to grab hold of this kind of vine-ridden iron ladder. Kind of hurts a little bit to grab it, but you kind of finesse this, or it wouldn't hurt as badly. And now you're on the ladder. Looking up, you wouldn't notice anything immediately. I mean, more just like upwards, and it's dark up there. But looking down, you see a light. What do you do?
I see a light.
He goes down into the light.
Why are you? That's
Don't walk towards
that
the
is the
okay.
that's the
I'm
literal
going
first
towards
rule
the
of life. It's
So
the
for the rest of
literal
you-
first
That's
rule
the
of
wrong
things.
light.
Like
For
we
the
have
rest-
the lights in person here. Why did you go to the other light?
For the rest of you, you don't know where he is exactly. You saw where he fell down if you let you go that direction, but you don't see anything else in this dark tunnel minus the light that Leaf is providing.
Here.
I'm
Oh,
gonna run after Elliot.
oh my gosh.
So now that you're standing above where he
Yes.
is, or I guess he was.
I have dark
Uh,
vision, so most of this doesn't actually bother me.
Okay, yeah, you can see clearly, but you still can't see the hole. If you would like, you can roll me a because you're standing right where Elliot was, correct?
Yeah.
Or like, are you staying some distance back from where he was?
No, I'm gonna like where I know he was. I'm gonna stand like a foot behind it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna like touch it with the bottom of my staff.
It kind of goes through.
What?
Like it's met with some force for sure, but it definitely seems like something is there. If it be like a kind of like a rubbery substance of how it's like trying to go down and back up, like it's repelling your staff from it.
Weird.
Hmm.
Well, there's only one way to get Elliot back.
Ah.
I mean, I could either I go down
No,
or
no, it's
and
fine.
I attach a vine to someone and then I just like keep using my staff, or we wrap a vine around somebody and then send them down. And then I just stay up here with my staff till I can get Elliot, or we just all go down. I don't know.
Well, why don't I go down and take? I can fly down. I have light. I can easily go get him. I think.
I mean, no objections here, honestly.
Hello. Oh.
I mean,
No, no,
kind of
I hear you. Don't worry.
really light, and I don't know how many people can see in the dark. So
I have lightification. Oh, can you take Azalea's sheet away from me now, please?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. I don't want to be in charge of that ever again. That was stressful. But this is what lightification does. I can touch anything, and it becomes a light source for a bit.
right, I forgot about that. Everyone, how do we want to do this? But the longer we wait,
Wait,
means
we're killing
the
someone?
more- No, we're getting.
No, Elliot fell down a hole, and now we need to get him.
Sorry, I just heard how do we wanna, and my brain autofilled. What if we just went
Marijuana?
down? All right, cool.
Genius.
Puma goes down.
You're crazy. You're crazy smart.
Roll me a dex, Booba.
I'll see your dex and oh wait, never mind. That's not how that works.
Alright.
And then I'll roll a dex.
And see your decks and raise you.
Oh.
Perfection.
So as you as you go down this hole that you really can't see, which is why it's making it so difficult for you to just be so seamlessly in without an issue. You try to grab onto something as you go down, and you're facing the complete opposite direction of where you need to be. Roll me one more dex. You're falling kind of fast, but you have a chance to recover from this.
Do I?
Wow.
Do
If
I
I
really?
see-
The
If I,
duality.
if I see him soon enough, can I attempt to
Wait,
catch
wait,
him?
hang on. I'm pretty much blind anyways, right?
Mrs. Azalea,
No,
would you like
so
me to light up your staff?
When you go down this hole, seeing the hole physically, there's no hole for you. You're trying to step in
point.
basically in a blind faith. When you're down in this hole, there actually is light, but it's coming from the bottom. So you can see. If you want to close your eyes, I will allow it. But that is some second timing that Pooba would have to decide on.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. And as for Elliot, you wouldn't be able to because you're also on the ladder. If you want to attempt to help him, you can
Is
roll
he
me
screaming? Pooba, are you
How-
screaming?
How fast am I falling?
gravity.
Pretty fast then.
You are falling. Very decently, I would say.
God damn it, not again!
I will
Mrs.
try to.
Alright, well, actually, for Steinar, it would be, God damn it, not again!
Were you better say Luke before I continue with what I was about to say?
Mrs. Azalea, if you would like to, and any of you guys as well, if you would like to, I can fly you down and light up an item of yours or a hand or body part,
Cognac.
just to make it a bit easier for you guys to see down there. It only lasts for 10 minutes though, so be careful.
Before anyone answers on that one, Elliot, roll me in athletics. You just barely grab onto him. It's a bit of a struggle to keep you both on the ladder, but with that, Pooba is able to get some time to get his own bearings, and now he's underneath you. It was kind of difficult for him to get past you without you plummeting as well, given that this ladder space isn't the widest in the world. So, but you both are on the ladder now. As for the people above, to include Rylan.
Hey, Pooba.
Hey.
Did you wake up in a random hole as well?
Does anyone take Loof up on her offer?
No, I just jumped down.
Why would you do that?
Oh, you fell down, I thought, so I just came down here. Why are we still RPing? I thought we already switched scenes.
Well, I just wanted to get us some RP in before. I'm sorry.
I know, we don't talk often. It's just kind of nice, but we're also cutting in on other people's
Fourth
time.
wall's
The
being
team's not
broken.
saying
Dang,
anything,
please
though.
don't
I'm not
do-
feeling bad about it.
I thought about it.
Hey guys, I'm from the HR department.
Thank
Uh,
God.
This is unacceptable. I've had multiple complaints filed against you guys with the fourth wall breaks. So if you guys could just stop, that'd be great. Thank you. Also, forget I was here. That's also a fourth wall break.
Fighting,
I want to
fighting
say it
here
like
So-
it's
so
HR.
For the group of Azalea, Luke, Rylan, and Ryzen, what are you guys doing?
Luke just asked if anyone wants anything lit up, and Zippy's like, I don't need to see. Azalea's gonna do something really stupid. She's gonna get down on her knees and she's gonna try and poke her head through the mesh stuff.
You break through it with little to no resistance, and you can see that there's number one, a ladder, and number two, your two friends are some ways down. You also see light at the bottom of this hole. And
Yes.
Azalea would be looking for this, given how she does take care of both Elliot and Loof, but there is not a lot of space for flight. The wingspan would not do well in this.
And pop her head back up and be like, yeah, you're not flying down there, but there is a ladder if we decide to go down there, because apparently there's a light at the bottom.
Oh
Okay.
man.
So, who wants to go down? Who doesn't?
Luke kind of low key doesn't want to go down, but mostly because she doesn't do well with ladders.
I'd rather not, but I don't know how much I want them both down there alone.
Mm.
Fine.
I mean,
Fine. What?
It's up to you.
No. I'll go. I'll go.
Azalea's gonna stick her head back down there and be like, "Are you guys coming back up or are you going down?" Yelling at Elliot and Pooba.
But there's stuff down here.
What kind of stuff?
Light.
Oh boy.
That's not stuff.
You don't know that.
No, I mean, light isn't stuff.
Looks
It
like
can
stuff
be.
to me.
Ugh.
I'm going down.
And this.
Well, I'm going down so he doesn't step on me.
And this
Okay.
is why. And this is why I'm going down. I don't.
Good luck with them.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. And I try to, as carefully as possible, go into this hole.
101 rungs of still on the ladder.
And then I'll
Yeah.
take my head out of the hole.
All right. Where's the ladder? Where'd you say the ladder? What? The ladder's like which side here?
It's on the. It's right there.
All right. Go. Thank you. And then
So
I.
everyone, for the exception of, I believe, at the moment, was Luke going down as well? I know Ryland hasn't decided yet. You muted Ricky.
They might have somebody messaging.
What
them.
was it?
Maybe. Ryland?
Sorry, I got a sudden call.
You're fine. I was just asking if Ryland and Luke were entering the hole as well.
Loof is gonna precariously go into the hole. She hates ladders. She doesn't like it. She's probably gonna try her best, but.
I mean, now that you know where this hole is, thanks to Azalea and Booba's sacrifice, you're able to go down without much problem.
I could just say fuck it and leave, but
I think we will all just walk away.
that would be like splitting the party, and the plot demands it.
Yes,
Demands
sir.
splitting the party.
The plot
No, wait,
demands
it's
it. The plot demands it, and so I will.
So yes, I freaking love holes.
Wow.
That's what she said. Anyways.
Okay. Well,
Is
for all of you now, even though it was masked by everyone roll me a magic if you're curious.
Mm-mm.
I just need one number. Well, one number
All
above
of
what I'm
us?
looking for.
Like everyone?
Jesus. Yeah. Okay. Well, freaking
on.
Ryzen would hit ballpark
Sick.
there. God dang.
Sick.
I was thinking 18, maybe a 17. But everyone
You said-
decided. Everyone was just like, all right, cool.
Whiff of money.
Holy fuck! It's like the best roll I've had in 3 weeks.
Oh, there we go.
Not bad. All right. Well, everyone we've kind of figured this out as I imagine you go down the hole. But for the most part, the people who really nail it in the head would be Ryzen, Loof,
Hold on.
and
Stop it! Why are you
Ryland.
Can someone mute me, please?
Yes, I got you.
No, leave it on. Leave it on. No.
No, she asked for a mute. All right. Loof, Ryland, and Ryzen would mostly know this. Whether it be due to their own magical sense or some other history that they've studied before. While this ladder is seemingly masked by a very strong sense of illusion magic, like even if you guys look up, you notice that the hole that you guys came from is no more. It is just a matter of a long straight shot up into what seems to be nothingness.
Oh my
But-
gosh, man.
You are on a ladder that is going down. You can tell this ladder is made of some like strong metal. You're assumed to be iron. Not quite sure, but it is also has its vines attached to it. As you can see, it's been definitely here for some time. But as you descend down the hole, you start to notice a golden hue come from the bottom, the main floor. As you guys reach the bottom collectively, one by one, Elliot will be the first to notice that the walls of dirt started to be overtaken by wood and fabrics, very silk-like fabrics, like clear, almost see-through whites and a few bit of burgundies here and there, a tinge of gold polishing the edges of all these fabrics. And the wood is finely polished and very shiny, in fact. Very interesting that the ladder had vines on it, but not bottom part of it. But as you reach the bottom, you notice, besides the fabrics and wood on the walls, you notice that there's a small hallway with a door at the end. This hall is decorated with glass cases in the same red cloth that you saw before, but on each one of these, mount stands. With 6 cases in total, there's 3 on each side, and the door ahead seems easily accessible. What do you all do?
Cry.
Open. Wait.
Are you okay?
Not okay. What's happening right now? I don't even know.
you all have made it to the bottom of the ladder, and you notice that there's a hallway in front of you now that has 6 glass cases, 3 on each side. All of them are filled with some object of some sort, but there's also a door ahead of you that's easily accessible. What do you guys do, or what do you guys say to each other?
Can I look at the glass cases?
You
What's
may.
inside
You look-
them?
All of them?
Well, one at a time, I suppose, and if anybody else wants to look at other ones as well. Whatever first one you decide to choose.
If you want, you can roll me a 1d6.
I like 1d6 because 6.
Six.
Alright, give me a sec.
Oh, you're fine.
Apparently, I think
Okay. You would see in one of these glass cases it's kind of like tilted, kind of like for mostly display purposes, you can imagine. There's no actual like wiring or any kind of metal rod that's helping it stand the way it does, but there's an iron arrow that is tilted so that you can see that there's a vial inside of the shaft.
The arrow? Wait, arrow? Can you repeat that?
An iron arrow with a vial on the inside of its shaft.
I found an arrow!
Oh,
Sorry,
I've
that
been
was
out
just
of
me.
I've been running out of arrows.
This one looks weird.
Like a bolt?
It's got stuff in it. He's gonna grab that arrow out of the case if it's unlocked.
You actually don't see any way to open this case.
Alright,
It
I
just
break open the
seems
case.
Don't. I knew it.
Roll me in athletics.
Freak that. One sec. He's gonna grab or
No. Can we not break
athletics,
the?
huh? Let's see.
Can we not break the stuff that we?
As Elliot goes to punch this glass case, you noticeably make contact with it. That's a positive. However, as you try to, it doesn't even seem remotely phased, doesn't vibrate anything. But the pain that you feel in your fist as you try to punch pure glass is severe. You don't take any points of damage, but it definitely hurt.
I'm going to ask that we don't start trying to. All right, Elliot. What do
That
we learn?
hurt!
What do we learn?
I should use the hammer.
No. No.
He's
That's not
gonna
the
get his
lesson.
hammer.
That's not the, no, that's not the lesson.
He's
That's
I
gonna
not
mean,
the-
break it.
technically, he's not wrong. The hammer would be better.
That's not
Wait,
the lesson.
wait, Elliot, hold on.
That's not.
I take out my unbreakable silver arrow. We go on
That's-
3.
That's not the. That's not the lesson to be learnt here. Oh my.
We're not looting the place.
Wait,
The
wait.
loot
hang on
is
one
looting if
second.
they're leaving it out.
We go on 3. I'll take out an ice shard.
Do you three
Uh,
collectively try to break open
You
this
know what?
glass casing?
Yes.
Listen, there
know
could be
what?
some good shit in here. You know, I could
I
sell.
walk away. I walk back and just enjoy the show of stupidity. that
Okay,
I'm-
you guys may all roll your abilities.
Is anyways just gonna look
Wait,
around?
wait.
I tried.
I was
to
just gonna look
stop
around
them.
and just see what the other cases have. I'm
I
guessing.
gotta give the boys iced out too.
Oh,
See if
my
somebody's lived
lord.
here and how long they've been gone, or if they're still here.
Oh my
You
lord.
can tell that the hallway looks pretty well kept, as if like everything is very new.
How do I not have
the-
bespoke?
The door looks a little bit more, a little older. There are some features on this door that are noticeable if you were to get closer, but as of right now, doesn't seem like anything is out of place. Seems like everything's kind of been nice and tidy for some time now. As for did you even roll, Honus?
Nah. I don't
Are
know
you
if I
helping
want to
them?
roll. Yeah, hey, listen, what if I just gave him iced out?
I mean, you can if you want to. I don't know if that's really gonna help here.
I mean,
I
if
think
they're-
I'm already doing
they're
great.
swiping to deal damage to this glass. You know, I'm just saying. Like, I feel like it would work in this scenario.
Do you want to or not?
Yes, I do.
Go for it. All right. So, I almost said Honus. Rylan is helping both Puba and Elliot out with a bit of extra ice damage to put some oomph behind their attack. And Puba gets lined up properly, make sure that his arrow will be perfectly piercing like one of the weaker points of this glass. And as he comes down on it, especially with Elliot in tow, even though Elliot's kind of hitting like other side of the glass, but still helpful in some degree. He gets it perfectly where it needs to be. Notices a giant shatter in the glass before it completely reforms itself as if nothing touched it.
All right. What did we learn?
If we
Then we
take
should
apart
use
the
magic.
if we take apart the frame, we can use these as armor. We can just mount these like reforming glass pieces on our body, and
You
then
know
it's
the D&D
reforming armor.
memes? You know the D&D memes where everyone talks shit about the door and how they can't fucking open it no matter what they use? It's just this with
I would like
Windows.
to seduce the glass.
Now we're
want
playing
to?
D&D. Let's go.
If you want to, I suppose.
I would like to look at these other things
I don't
while
want
everybody's
to. I don't want
talking.
a nat 20 and then
I would
actually.
I'm gonna slide over to Azalea and
Yeah.
Ryzen real quick.
Can I roll for the fun of it?
Sure.
Oh, please, not 20.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Oh my god.
Can I give him my inspiration?
No.
Can I use my inspiration for advantage?
No. Anyway, Ryzen
Why not?
No. Both of you can roll me you both can roll me a 1d6. I will not be taking repeats. So if you hit a 3, I will tell you to roll again. Or you can roll
just
again
roll
if you
a
hit a 3.
d5 and extract the 3. You know what?
I could do that, couldn't I? That's crazy. But I'm not going to.
All right.
Oh, good job. Your net ones come clutch.
Yeah.
And Azalea?
I'm going to the door.
You as well. Oh, you're going to the door. Okay.
Just
So
No, I'm not
we-
helping them with this endeavor.
I'm not
Oh, I
helping.
thought you
I'm
were
looking.
looking at the
Yeah, I
the
just want to
glass,
look at the other things.
No,
cases.
Azalea's
You're going to the door.
going to the door.
Okay. Quickly for Ryzen, in the case that you look at, you find a bronze spear with a rotating tip.
I tell no one.
I mean, of course, you can't really get it, but you see.
I mean, I'm aware, but they're going to try. They sure are going to try.
Azalea,
Mhm.
you find a door that has 3 glowing features to it. The first to get your attention is the crystal doorknob that gives off a reddish glow. The second being a set of colors outlining the door ranging from light brown to blue to dark silver, silver, yellow, and dark brown.
What
The
fuck?
last being a set of 3 tiles. These tiles show a phoenix, a chef, and a hooded figure, of which the only one highlighted is the hooded figure.
Death, is
Fried
that you? Are you
Phoenix.
finally coming to take me? I opened the door.
Let's go, fried
You
phoenix.
touched the door.
try
No.
Phoenix.
You said no. Okay, that's fair.
That's-
No, I was
Oh.
making a joke of being like
Just-
friendly.
just-
I can leave.
Just making sure. Just making
No,
sure.
Azalea's not touching the door yet. She's examining it,
Let's
taking it
go.
in.
I would like to try to look at the other ones as much as possible.
You can roll me, and we'll do a D4 this time. I'll listen to Honus' advice. We'll go with it. Why not? I have to make me do extra math, but whatever. Nope. Ah, yes. In another case, you find a golden fan that has open slots. Slots that resemble the size of, like, coins.
Sick.
As for the rest of them, as to not require more rules, of course.
Yeah.
One, you have the bronze spear with a rotating tip. There is a cobalt knife with an ethereal chain attached to it.
Kunai
You
with
have-
chain. Let's go.
God dang it. I thought the same thing after I wrote it. I was like, ah, freaking whatever. An iron arrow with a vial inside the shaft, a silver rapier with a razor thin tip, a gold fan with open slots, and lastly, a glass bottle filled with swirling ink, copper wires wrapped over the top. All of these glass encasings act the same, whereas you can't really get into them, and they seem nearly magically impenetrable, but they exist still.
I am following museum rules. I am looking exclusive. I'm following museum and black children's rules. Look, don't touch. Exactly.
Does
And,
anyone do anything?
All right,
Yeah,
so what do we do
door.
about this case?
oh my lord. Oh my.
What did Azalea say?
I'm looking at a door.
Is there anything else you want to do with the door?
This
Or is
a
there
bad
anything,
idea.
other things you want to examine about the door?
Yes, I want to. You said a phoenix, a chef, and a hooded figure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Deal.
touch. Well, okay, hold on. Well, no, this is the dumb question because it kind of obviously is magical. I don't need to ask if this is magical. I'm gonna ask if it's magical.
You can indeed tell it's magical.
Cool. I'm gonna touch the chef and see if anything changes. Because he seems like a safe option.
Nothing happens when you touch the chef. So these, while they do seem like buttons at first, you quickly notice that touching them has no effect. They don't press down. I mean, there's nothing that would like allow it to slide in backwards. It's like a light, and even touching
Gotcha,
that doesn't really
okay.
do anything.
Okay, then what I'm gonna
It
do?
seems like it's an indication of anything else.
Okay, which ones are they all glowing?
The only one glowing is the hooded figure.
I'm gonna touch the door handle, but the way I'm gonna do it is because it's red, which normally means it's hot. So I'm gonna touch it with the back of my hand to see if it does anything, if it's hot or warm. And then if it's fine, I'm gonna try and turn the doorknob and see what happens.
As you touch this doorknob with the back of your hand, obviously Azalea touching it very briefly just to get a sense of how hot or cold it could be. She notices nothing at first, and as she swipes her hand away, she does notice that an ancient text appears, but you can't read it because this language is so old that not even Azalea is quite sure what it is. But it is now hovering in full sight of anyone else that is in the room.
What the heck is this?
What the heck? Oh my god.
Welcome back.
Can I look at the text and look at the? Oh, I don't know.
So recap for Rylan. Azalea has touched the door, and now a statement, or I guess a parable of sorts, or maybe a sentence or few, have appeared in front of Azalea, but they're in an ancient text that not even she is aware of, or at least knows how to read. Does
I'm
anyone
like,
else
what does
do
the
anything?
text say? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm-
Oh yeah. Oh, what a brilliant question.
What does the unreadable text say, Trey? Come on.
How am I supposed to understand it if I can't understand it?
Um,
Give me a second. I'm gonna ask a series of questions. But you guys want to talk about it or decide what you want to do next? By all means.
I feel like it might be a bad idea if I open up this door, but I am curious
you
about
ask-
the door.
I mean, if you ask me, coming down here was a bad idea in the first place, but, you know, I don't really see much else of a way. I don't really see much else of a way, out of this place.
Well,
to
I
be
mean,
fair.
if I bring the master of this place, like the owner, and he notices that you guys are all ransacking the place,
Who do you mean by all? I was politely looking, and then that was it. I was politely looking. Alright? I don't know what you mean
Who
by
owns a
all.
weird room underground?
a weird person, but like,
Mole people!
I
I
guess.
knew it.
Yes. Yeah,
What?
yes, more people. No. Yes, it's totally more people. You figured it out.
Uh,
Oh my
DMs,
God.
I would like to make a request.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this is something that would be in there or not, but Poopa would like to check his dictionary for mole people.
Poke, I'm
I
guilty.
don't think that the term mole people would exist in a dictionary. Now, there will be the word mole and people, but not together.
Does Pooba have enough of an idea of context clues to piece what that actually means together?
Has Pooba made it to the M's or the P's yet?
I think he
As
just made it to
Pooba
K.
is Moleman?
I
Oh,
will
no.
I will say though, with Poopa's understanding of beast folk, a mole person could very realistically exist.
Does Pooba is mole person?
True.
I will say,
Just
what
in,
is
Elliot,
else-
Pooba a mole
Elliot,
person,
roll
is
me.
he?
Elliot, roll me a magic or insight.
Yo.
Very nicely done. You can kind of make out subtle letters in this.
The fuck?
Huh?
I'm illiterate. What do you mean?
Elliot is the one
Alright,
that can
sorry.
By
read
all
this.
means, you don't really know what it says. I mean, unless you're drunk with the whole literate thing.
He's squinting at it. Now he's interested.
Like
What
you
is it-
can make out subtle letters here and there, but
What do we got? What kind of
It's-
subtle letters do you mean?
oh, this man wants me to. Okay.
Yeah, you're not gonna give me this and not
I
tell
know
me what the words
I know.
are.
Give me a second, you loser.
This one was on you, man.
I'm aware.
I can read.
Yeah,
Gain-
Trey actually
gain the
does have this.
magical
I think he just has to
ability
scroll
of
through all of
reading.
his notes.
No, it's that I have to. I'm not doing
Man
that.
gained the
I could
magical
save you the
ability
time, Trey.
of reading.
Well, for his sake, what he would have noticed is like there's a few like a C in there, like a PL, like the word in,
In.
like there's a tree somewhere in there.
Oh.
But that's all you would get from that, Elliot.
Are we inside a tree?
Where did you
But,
get that idea
Rylan,
from?
What were you gonna say?
I'm reading
Reading what?
the words.
He's reading that. It's interesting.
How can I read the words?
Common are these, plentiful they are. Distance they travel, both near and far, found in a house, found in a tree. They
I'm s-
conquer the
Sorry.
air as they fly free. That's what it says.
Birds.
You know this? What
I have
language
a-
is this?
It's it's a language used long ago.
I don't think
Question.
I-
Why? How? if you can read it, I can't read, but I understand the certain letters.
He shrugs.
You're no help at all.
I didn't take you as a history buff, Rylan.
Well, I'm not. I just have ways of understanding things.
I mean,
One of your many hidden talents, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
See, if you
Some-
start selling
in this
ice
new
for
place.
5 years, you'll start to understand language.
Oh my lord. I'm not
It
going
is
to.
weird that you know it, Elliot.
That one I am rather
Maybe I'm
curious
just built different. That's what the thing.
on. Ow.
Is what you're
Ow.
talking about
Ow.
right now, as he leaves.
How fucking dare you!
Ow.
Listen, he's a youngster. He's got the youngster link.
No.
Ow.
Is
Just.
Elliot crippled?
Ow.
Why are you attacking me?
Ow. Ow. You
Continuing
deserve it.
on,
You deserve it.
I'm not built for pain.
moving forward,
Anyway.
as
Can you like put that in
Rylan,
the chat, by the way, so that
Yeah, I was gonna
can,
ask that.
I can definitely do that.
Yeah, I
As
was gonna
Rylan
ask
reads
if
this out,
this-
you notice that the colors start to kind of gently flash. I will put this in Mystical Branch notes.
Oh my.
since they travel both near and far, found in the house.
Yes, they're birds. That's birds.
Everyone looks at Luke.
That's
I'm bird.
birds. You're a bird. Touch the door.
Uh-huh.
You're a bird. Touch the door.
Touch the door.
touch the bidoof.
Oh my lord.
Touch it. Okay.
Luke like looks at like Pooba, kind of like, do I do this?
What are you looking at me for? Make your own decisions.
Touch it.
Okay. And she puts her hand on the door, I guess.
Where on the door are you touching it? Just
Uh,
on it's like the base of it?
yeah.
Okay. As you touch the door, the riddle, or I guess the parable statement, whatever you want to call it, flashes once again. As if prompting it to, you to read it, I suppose.
What does it say?
The same as before. I mean, that would, if like the letters don't change, you're to assume it is the same as it was last time. Common are these, plentiful they are. Distance they travel, both near and far. Found in a house and found in a tree, they conquer the air as they flee. Right, but as they fly free. It is also a Mystical Branch notes if you need to read it.
Oh, yes, thank you.
If anyone wants to, you can roll me an insight.
I'm gonna do that.
I'ma do that.
That would be.
No.
Wow, that's a
I
lot
was
of
gonna say,
12s.
if I see another 12, I'm gonna have to give a bonus for that. Was that, did you just roll? No, that was the last insight I asked you. Ooh, knocking out the park. I actually hit exactly one higher than I needed to be. Rylan, the colors on this door don't seem to be by mistake. Especially when they have flashed each time the riddle has been read out loud. The color is also seen multiple times in this room, in one shape, way, or form. Namely, these things in the cases.
Hi, B.
Okay.
Girl, why am I... Oh, sorry.
Wait,
Well,
maybe
that's-
it's not birds.
That's all that you gotten from
And
looking
what was in the
closely at the-
cases?
There were 6 objects a bronze spear with a rotating tip, a cobalt knife with an ethereal chain, an iron arrow with a vial inside its shaft, a silver rapier with a razor thin tip, a gold fan with open slots that could feel like coins, and a glass bottle filled with swirling ink with copper wires wrapped around the top.
Okay, and this thing is flashing colors that correspond to whatever.
The colors on this door are light brown, blue, dark silver, silver, yellow, and dark brown.
Ron doesn't explicitly say anything, but he'll kind of start connecting the dots as you guys would see him kind of looking at each of these colors and then kind of glancing over towards the cases and then looking at them a bit closer.
You notice that these colors in these cases mark a similar color to the doors, the ones on the door.
Silent?
Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Oh god, go back. Okay, we're good. My notes have not been deleted.
Look at the door. The colors match the objects in the cases.
He like looks at the door, looks back at the stuff, squints, look back at the door, looks back at the stuff.
Yeah, he's spitting facts though.
Huh. Okay. So if they correspond to the door, then what does that mean? Do we have
What
to
were the exact objects again, good DMs?
Yeah.
can you write them?
Could you
If you
put
can,
them
like,
in
type
the
them down.
notes?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
sure.
I'll put them in notes.
It's like writing down would
I
be
got it.
nice.
DM of the year.
Go. Bronze
Where?
spear, rotating tip, cobalt knife, through chain, and an arrow, file with shaft.
What's the
silver
color of
rapier.
the door right now?
The door itself is just made of the usual wood that you've seen around you.
Or
A
what's
bit
the
more-
color that's like you were talking about? Like what are the specific colors that are?
I can also give you those as well.
Lovely,
That's
lovely,
nice.
lovely. As you like to see.
Okay, so there's 6
And
cases. How many people in the party? It's 1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5, 6.
There's
Yeah, I
six
initially
items.
did
That's
think
crazy.
of that, but
and
Are the items the answers?
they do. And they do.
And is it like flashing each color at a time, like in a like constant, or is it like?
The last time that these flashed was directly after you had spoken the riddle.
Hmm.
did they flash in any particular order?
No, they all
Okay.
flashed at once.
I see, says the blind man. Okay.
So if the riddle or whatever's on the door means something about birds, then are we looking for something that has to do with flying? Like an arrow or the spear?
You
There's a
asking me?
spear.
No, Azalea's just talking about.
I mean,
Go
Wait,
over to
wait,
touch
hang on.
the.
Where are these spears?
oh my lord.
I go over to touch the glass case with the arrow in it, while with the riddle up still. I guess whoever's touching the door.
Nothing actually happens. It seems like the glass is meant to protect the object inside.
Mm. What if we just like speak the riddle and then say the item?
like common are these, plentiful they are, distance they travel both near and far, found in house and found in a tree. They conquered the air as they fly free. An arrow, an iron arrow with a vial inside the shaft.
As you speak the riddle again, the lights start to flash one more time. These lights, noticeably, Azalea would definitely notice this, as compared to the tiles on the door that have the 3 images, being the phoenix, the shaft, and the hooded figure, these actually look like they can be pressed down.
Well, we can press them now.
On the colors, yes, not the 3 tiles, but these colors can definitely be pressed down.
Wait, can I try and press it with just my hand and see what happens?
Of course. Which one are you pressing?
I'm gonna touch the. Fuck it, I'm gonna touch the blue one.
As you touch the blue one, the handle on the door shines a bright red and then dims back out. And the riddle is shown to you once again.
Um,
I'm gonna try a
Arrow.
different color.
Arrow is the
I'm gonna
dark
try-
silver.
I'm gonna try dark silver.
The doorknob with that would give you a green indication. And the
Oh.
riddle would vanish away.
Okay.
And a new riddle would fill its place.
Okay. All right. So dark silver's been done, so we can take that out.
What does it say, Mr. DM, sir?
What does it say, Mr. DM, sir?
For Elliot, it's much shorter. You can make out a lot of eyes and cans, but not much after that. As for Rylan, our history guru, you would get this answer.
Oh, he DM'd me. Rylan takes a look at it. I can be sharp, I can be dull. Hold on down, a space to hold.
Hold it on, a space to hold. It's a
so
glass bottle filled with. Hold it on.
Touch
I
that
don't-
dark brown.
I,
I'm gonna touch the
Are
dark brown.
you would notice a red glow from the handle.
Shit.
I don't-
I can be sharp, I can be dull.
the
on,
rapier,
space.
possibly. Possibly.
Silver?
The silver.
Boop.
You touch the silver one, and another red one glows, a bit more aggressively this time.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's-
A knife? A holy dawn. Could it be the cobalt knife?
Where are the slots on the fan? Are they like on the actual thing itself, or like?
The slots on the fan are mostly in not only like the fan itself, but also there is one in the direct middle of the handle. But there are noticeably 5 slots.
Hmm.
If you want, I can allow one more insight.
I heckin' love insights.
I'm gonna join on the inside train. Give me a second. My back is awful.
Is this for everyone, or is it?
I'll just take 2 this time.
I'm
Okay.
struggling. Oh,
Rylan
if
knocks
somebody
it
else
out
wanted-
again. Well, Rylan did his as well. He did it with you. You notice that all these objects in these cases, minus perhaps the fan and the bottle, seem like weapons. It's a common theme almost. So it's not far to say that this fan and that bottle is also serve as a weapon in whatever capacity it may hold. commonly a knife, an arrow, and a rapier would be sharp, not everything else would be sharp. Oh, and a spear. My bad. I had to scroll down just a little bit.
I'd
There we go.
possibly I'd argue that a fan might be the correct one, which would correspond with yellow, but that would be my next option. But I don't want to obviously. But before we'd say
Fan can't be sharp. Unless
that's
it's
not entirely true. If you made if you made us, depending on how the fan would be made, there's a chance it can be. I'm
Looking at this fan, yeah, I might have described it poorly, or I guess not enough. It is made of gold.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, a metal fan can definitely be sharp on the edge. It's not it's not unreasonable to make a sharp fan. If you're not confident in that answer, obviously we can have that's what the discussion here is for. But that would be my personal, I guess, statement. That would be my personal statement. If you have a better argument, or if anyone here has a better argument for a different one, by all means, make your statement known. That's just
I'm sorry. The only thing I can think of is a space to hold. When you have like a spear, you can like hold your ground from a distance.
yes, but I've never really heard of a dull spear, to be fair.
I mean they can be dull after an attach.
I'm sure it's like a saying.
No.
Um,
Words
So-
are hard.
Is it's between the fan and the spear.
Maybe the fan. I vote the fan.
Anyone else object?
I can be sharp, can be dull, hold on a space.
Sharp, dull, and what else?
A hole I don, a space to hold.
A hole.
It's got slots in it.
Hole.
That is.
Hole.
It's right there in the notes.
I think it's the glass bottle.
We've already tried the bottle.
No, it's not the bottle.
No.
Sorry, I kind of dozed off.
It's okay.
Alrighty.
No
Wire wrapped
fan.
around the top. What does that mean?
There's a copper wire that is kind of like going from like the middle of the bottle to the top lip. Kind of just
Oh,
twirled
it's
around it.
Connected to the glass bottle. Got it.
Mhm.
So we can try the fan. If anyone's okay with that.
I believe it could be the iron arrow, but
Already
The
used
arrow's
iron.
already been used for something else for the last riddle we had.
Man, I dozed off for a long time then. What the fuck?
It's okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna touch yellow.
Then doorknob noticeably lights up a green,
Sick.
Okay.
and then another riddle replaces it. This one, Rylan has no issue reading once again. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Swear, if one of the riddles
For
is like,
Elliot.
I'm a knife. No.
For
It's a knife.
Elliot,
It's
I'm a knife, or am I?
Like, you can make out this word like Rike, R-I-K-E, and like you can kind of make out me,
You
Me.
see, Kun-
but not much else comes to mind for you.
I think I'm getting better at this reading
see-
thing.
you see kunai with chain.
No.
with chain.
Anyway,
Old as time, sharpened to perfection, strike with precision, and cause a deep incision.
Silver.
You think it's the rapier?
No. Spear. Light brown.
Ah,
Spears are older.
It
Spears are
was
older weapons
to
than.
make an incision.
Yes, but it also made the mention of oldest time, and spears are older weapons than rapiers. It's my own. That's an art. That is something for spears as well. But also, can you like put that in the chat as well?
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah.
Deep incision, but it's a razor thin tip. This is out of character. I'm just kind of looking at sharpened to perfection. Perfection and precision would be 100% a rapier.
Yeah.
Spears are more distance and.
I'm very much so understanding that. The only reason I was saying spear is just because of the oldest time, but rapiers
Yeah.
are also fairly old weapons as well, so it's not. So it can. I'm not denying that.
I
No.
think it might also be the knife, as knives are oldest time. They're, a simple weapon to have, and then connected with an ethereal chain.
That falls flat with the deep incision parts.
You cut something open to, if you have to make food and stuff, you have to make good incisions in order to, take the skin off and all the other stuff that we watch Kuba do more than like 30 times.
Yes, but I wouldn't necessarily describe those as deep incisions, to be fair.
then you're not cutting deep enough.
Just, oh god, no, I'm sorry.
I vote rapier.
I believe it should be the rapier as well. Strike with precision makes sense because of its thin tip.
I'm gonna slowly
Well,
move my hand.
let me put it this way: do you sharpen a rapier, or do you sharpen a knife?
Sharpen the knife. I mean, you sharpen every sword. You touch.
Old as time. I also believe that rapiers are
Older than a knife?
well, they're more traditional and noble ways to fight.
You know, people with rapiers fight with knives, right?
With the old argument, a spear could also be made as well, but again,
You're not wrong in rapiers being a very, sharp and striking with precision. But if you kind of think about it, knives were sort of made, and then knives were turned into rapiers and other sorts when they were necessary for fighting. I mean, we can try the rapier. I mean, obviously the door, gives us a few tries before we mess up.
Perish.
It's really a died on the spot. So, we're doing the rapier first.
Okay. Which
I
one
mean,
would that be?
I'm looking to the
Oh,
Nod.
party first.
Nod. Yes. Yes.
Okay, that would be yellow.
silver.
What? No.
Rapier.
Yellow was the fan.
Oh, silver.
yellow
Sorry.
was
Yeah,
fine.
sorry. Silver. I'm reading wrong.
As you touch this silver button, you notice the handle blinks red. Very calmly.
What do you mean? Frickin'
It's not old as time. Old as time. It's probably the newest weapon out of all.
Boy, this is
Which
me
one
out
you
of
said?
character. This is me, not Loof, by the way, saying this.
I know. That's
Which one is
blue.
Alien? The blue one. You notice that once again it does flash a bit more red, a little aggressive this time.
Oh, I was correct. It was spear.
What's the spear?
But a rotating tip doesn't sound ancient. But okay.
It's mostly just the spear though. Spears are very ancient weapons, all things considered.
Touch the spore.
Light brown.
I was like, the spear? Do I have anything written down for that? No, you're fine. As you touch, where am I? Let's go. Okay, there.
If this is wrong, I will physically assault you.
As you touch the light brown button, you notice
It's
the
the
door.
bottle.
Oh, what is time? Glass, baby. Yes,
I will
sir.
go down, Super Genius.
Yes, that's so old.
As you touch the light brown button, the door handle notably lights up in the order of dark silver, yellow, and light brown, and then turns to a full gold, losing its transparent crystal-like glow and more dawning of a yellow handle, more of gold. In the door, you hear a click. What do you do?
Open it.
Can we open
My
it?
apologies. Before you do that, one more thing to notice, and my apologies. The three symbols on this door, the phoenix, the chef, and the hooded figure, are replaced by three different clocks. One is completely still. That would be the hooded figure. It is perfectly at the top. As for the other two, they are still in motion, telling different times. But, you know, they're going so fast that times really don't matter.
It's good. Okay. Yeah, I'm
What was
glad
the
you
second
said that because I
again?
was definitely going to ask that.
There is a phoenix, a chef, and a hooded figure. The hooded figure is the one that has the clock completely stopped. The door is open, but that noticeably changed on the door.
Man, he's doing time trials.
Speed run.
Oh my lord.
Open the door?
Guess so. I'm gonna open the door.
No. Loof is going to like stop Azalea from opening the door. Let me. I
Oh
can.
my god.
No. No. This is actually there's a reason. I forget. She was just going to do anticipation. She was in the anticipation to guarantee she gets out without needing to roll something in case something was dangerous behind the door.
Clever gal. After the door opens, thanks to Loof, noticeably you just walk inside of an office. Nothing seems foul play about this. Inside you find a desk with blueprints spread across this. It is incredibly difficult to read any of those, even from the distance that you're at. And there's also a bookshelf nearby with a few books on it.
Loof looks at the books and trots over to the bookshelf.
Oh my god.
So as soon as Loof goes to these books, you notice that all of these are written, like you can only see the spine of these books. They are written with ancient texts again.
She takes a book. She takes just a random book, anyways, and flips through the pages.
Roll me a 1d5.
Mother truck, God, making me roll in a D&D game. Damn.
What the fuck?
Fucking travesty.
I know. Right?
You pick up a book that has a circle on its spine and only has 4 letters to its title. Those, of course, you're not sure what it reads, but you open it and you're noticing a lot of it. Like, while the text is mostly written of someone's handwriting, definitely in ancient language, you're definitely seeing a lot of imagery of the planet that you live on. A lot of forestries and cliffs and mountains and valleys and rivers and oceans and people, almost some towns kind of described, some trees, one more held at regards than the others, but nothing. You can't really read what anything stands out here, but it seems like it's a book based on your planet.
She closes that book, puts it in her bag, and then goes for another book. She's gonna keep doing this for all the books.
I don't.
Before I continue the book shenanigans with you, anyone else doing anything in this office? I will describe it one more time for everyone.
I want to look at the desk.
After the door opens, inside is a desk with blueprints spread across it. It's incredibly difficult to read as they are written in the same ancient language as before, but with additional lines and marks to each letter. Almost like staring at an infinite stack of blueprints. There are books on the nearby shelf with numerous titles. There are also written in the same ancient text but have symbols on the spines of each. I heard Mr. Stunair.
Yes.
Actually,
what were you doing?
Sorry, Leaf is
going to look at the desk.
Oh.
No,
Was it short? Okay. So, looking at the desk, you find a plethora of blueprints. And as I mentioned before, there are so many that even pushing them aside, you still find more. Almost like there's an infinite like supply of blueprints just printing out of this table. To name a few, you find an arm that is made
A
in
blueprint table? We better get a coffee table, Trey.
Sucky Gamish.
find
No.
you find one. Honestly, just took some for myself. An arm that is made of kind of like the steampunk era, using gears to kind of function itself. You find a blueprint that houses two whips, one that is only the handle, and one that seems to have some kind of. It seems it could be magical, be electrical. You're not really you're not sure what the material is supposed to be, as the text is written all around it, kind of pointing towards it, but you can't really make out what the text is saying. There is a pair of daggers that house scissor-like blades, opening and closing, as you can see in both imageries.
Anime.
You have a shield that is made with light and a handle shaped like as a mace, but you're not sure exactly what it's supposed to be for, because there's a lot of writing that kind of speculates towards it doing something else, as it kind of points to something and then points it to another, and it's such a general mess on that one that you're not sure what's going on. To name a few more, there is a sight that opens up into a fan. You have a rifle that is connected by a bow with sister-like handles, a necklace with an unattached hinge of flame, a necklace forged from pure magic, an umbrella, which is rather odd, and there's no writing on this whatsoever. It's just an umbrella.
It's funny. It's poke blade.
Poke fav. Yeah, poke.
Let's burn that one.
And lastly, as of
Checking
at the
this
current
name.
moment, given all that there's so many on this table, I could list more, but I'm not going to. You have a claymore with ancient language carvings on its side.
Did you make mentions of any type of door at all? Like
There's
outside
no-
of the. outside of the one we just walked through, was there any other type of door or like obvious
Other
or like
doors.
type of exiting type thing?
I think this is like some weird, like, secret weapon making place.
I feel like this is an interdimensional alchemist. We need to leave now.
I think we displaced.
Okay.
I couldn't think of the words. I'm too tired, man.
Does anyone else see anything of notice? I did mention that there are a few books on the bookshelf as well.
I do look at the symbols of the books, seeing as though I'm more than likely I'm not reading any of them anytime soon.
They have plenty of ancient scripts on them, but the only ones that make any notice, besides the one that Luke is now robbed, is a pentagram, an anvil, a pitchfork, and a wave on the spines of 4 books.
Azalea's just kind of looking all around, but they're kind of looking at Ryland's reaction since he apparently knows this freaking language.
I haven't really looked at much.
Is there anything you would like to look at?
Honestly, I feel like Ryland's just been waiting to see if anyone's gonna pull him in a direction.
Which is me. Ryland!
Right on cue. Ryland will swiftly make his way over.
Do you think you can understand all these as well?
I don't know, DM, can I?
All what?
All the blueprints I'm standing over.
How do I describe this? So at first you believe so, but then it all falls into shambles.
Huh.
And give me one simple moment.
Let's get this man some glasses.
Yeah. Help.
I mean, you just keep flipping through them, you'll eventually find a pair of glasses on there.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I think.
I'm
It
blowing up.
sounded like.
I'm
Oh,
blowing up the Excalibur. I have.
you have Excalibur?
Huh?
Sick. You
Yeah,
have Excalibur?
I'm blowing up Excalibur. Yeah.
Just blowing up a sword? It's like,
Excalibur.
Use puzzles. I'm just mixing a costume. I can't.
From the United Kingdom, going to California. Excalibur.
Alright, did my job.
Oh hell no! Your job's only just begun.
Imagine not having these written out beforehand.
Well, it was. Yeah.
One more thing while he's reading through that. You said the fan with the scythe, or the scythe made with a fan, the daggers. The blueprints, do they look similar to the items that were in the case?
Mm-mm.
Damn.
Loof is also gonna memorize where she took the books from what, by the way. Like she's taking note. Oh, the circle one went this here. And then she takes the anvil book and starts looking through it again too. Looking through that.
The Anvil book?
Yeah.
How long are you actually looking in this book?
Some long enough for me to take in like the details, any little notes, and really appreciate the pictures. So a long time.
So while everything seems like another weapon design of some sort, you do notice something that looks strikingly like Ryzen's guns.
As we walked into the DM's office.
I thought it was a little early for the DM to
like,
become
well,
canonical.
I was like, well, then that's kind of.
He walks in through the door holding a cup of coffee. Poke walks in after him.
Where's
I
the
warned
your
you.
umbrella? Oh, there it is. It's Poke, back away, back away.
Fuck, they found us. Hi, dude. Hi, damn it.
You know
Well,
that
are you
don't
guys ready to
swear.
roll initiative then?
Oh my god.
What's the
Not
name?
the
I
DM
love
does.
initiative.
I
No.
do have a question though.
Heck, love
Mhm.
initiative.
Does this library look like it's been recently this office looks like it's been recently lived in?
Everything, it looks untouched. Oh no, not untouched. It looks very much like someone has been here because everything is perfectly clean. I will also make notice that something which is kind of hard to detail when you're trying to draw it into a book and they're not really the best person when it comes to designing these kind of things, looks similar to the bag that you would as well.
I was going to ask those things. It's like I did make. Oh, Lou. Wait, actually, did she make? Oh, okay. Lou hasn't said. I'll be quiet.
Luke does say something to.
Okay,
to
bet.
you know,
Making sure.
Um,
Say as you will.
she kind of like tugs at your shirt and then points to the page with your guns in it.
What? Is that,
There is a lot of writing also near this imagery, but once again, it's written in ancient text that you don't speak.
yeah, I'm not. Actually, Rylan, if you would, do you mind seeing if you can read what's actually on here? If not, it's fine. But just
Hey, Elliot,
Yeah.
are you looking at any of these books by any chance?
I guess? No. I'm still at the
don't think-
desk.
I don't
Okay,
think
just
Elliot would
curious.
be interested in books.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, if it were Todrian, to be like, oh, information, lore. Unfortunately,
right.
he saw the pictures and it was like, ooh,
it's like,
pictures.
ooh, pretty. Is he here? Was,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She points
Rylan
towards
will-
the page with the guns in it.
It's kind of a lot of like, I won't say chicken scratch, but kind of like ramblings. Mostly referring to how it's one of their first designs when it comes to projectiles without strings or any kind of arrows. Oh goodness, I'm actually having a stroke right now.
Oh
And,
no, it's a primitive gun.
and how they will probably expand on it in the future, and they're gonna leave it somewhere, where they can probably come back to it at some point and add additions to it. There's conversation of adding things onto it that could be removed at will and added
Oh,
on if
attachments.
wanted.
I'll give you my sniper scope, my bump stock, my switch. Hold on, I need a switch just to get rapid fire. Hold on. Let me get some-
Also
let me
made
get a
note
silencer.
of also made note of adding a larger capacity to it as to house more things than just liquid. But then there's like scratched out portions where it says liquid, and you can still tell it says liquid, but it's kind of scratched out. And to the right of it, it is more of what's the term I want to use here? How do I I'll say matter. Other than that, it's mostly just like the intricacies of like size, the length, what it could do, how it performs its actions, speed crystallizing stuff, blah blah blah, all that good nature. But that's really about it.
Rylan will relay this to the party.
Lovely. Okay. um. Loof, did you happen to see your bag or this mirror in this book as well?
I saw the bag, but let me check if I can see the mirror. And she does some more skimming.
What are you looking for? My apologies.
The mirror that Bryson has.
After a little bit of searching, you do find it, but there's not a lot of writing on it. It's more so in Rylan would probably communicate this pretty seamlessly that its intended use was for Febo, and it was made to her request. And they didn't really write what that request was, but other than that, this page is kind of blank, minus, describing how it was, not how it was, but what it looks like, even though it can be clearly seen in imagery.
That's fine. That's fine. This. Okay.
Go ahead.
I think there's. I could be wrong, but I think there's a chance that this is the that this belongs to the artificer person that Febo was talking to me about. I mean, these are designs for 3 of the artifacts that they made mention of, for artifacts that Febo made mention of. There's a very real possibility that this might be at least the house or the design room or whatever of that person.
Loof is going to flip over to the page with the bag in it, point to the bag, and asks, and goes, excuse me, sir, can you also just go over this really quick, please?
I'm so sorry. I'm being DM'd, and I think he's also part of this
Heckin' love
DMing.
reading.
So
He's like, I'm tired of being your translator, man. Oh, like, hey, yo, Artemis, make like Google Translate or something for me, man. I'm tired.
all right, and boom. About your bag, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Rylan would also get this, I'm pretty sure, once again, as he has explicitly said how much he loves reading. It's once again the bag, is drawn out for you in size requirements and all that good stuff. But it does speak lightly on having properties to mend anything that is placed in it. There's a bunch of testings on the side of this that mark how it's been tested on man-made material, woods, seeds, fruits, foods, and most of those come out as failures. It has not and has yet to be tested on living creatures, as that box has been left unmarked, whether it be a check or an X. But what you do know it to work with is man-made things, and minor bits of material found from the land. It's not very descriptive on what those things are, but it does have some bit of testing to it.
Riley, this to the party.
Cool. Huh? It doesn't work on apples. Then.
The apple is a deity thing. Don't worry about it. I asked that. I asked that to Febo. It's a what DiGiorno thing? Giorno. What is your?
Did I just get fucking compared?
The beast that you
It's
just
not
threw
delivery,
away.
it's Geronimo.
That's freaking wild. No,
it's
Komodo, speak your
Geronimo.
truth.
Can-
Speak your truth.
Can I
please.
just pretty please can I just pretty please get some just somehow out of nowhere a swarm of bees just happened to
Okay, look,
attack right?
Look, the DiGiorno thing was an out of character one.
Noticeably,
I know that's why I attack you in
as
care.
the lying
noticeably,
man.
as you're speaking, you would notice a slight buzzing coming from Azalea.
Why are you attacking me in character for something I said out of
I'm
character?
not doing anything. I'm just doing the will of my lord. and
Not
savior
you.
Geronimo.
Not you.
And the bees.
This is out of character. Why you-
Azalea opens her mouth as Persephone did in the comic and just bees.
No one was going that direction.
I'm going that direction.
DiGiorno was out of character, man.
The bee takes a seat on top of Azalea's head for a moment, and while Ryzen is confident that he is not to be attacked, he can definitely sense that there's some pressure being exerted his direction.
Ryzen didn't even say DiGiorno.
Moving on.
Oh my
Continue.
gosh. It's the apple. The apple's a deity thing. Don't worry about that. That's wholly separate than the bag itself. But there is a chance that these. There's a chance that that this book here might contain what the different artifacts that we can find here are. And those blueprints as well might also be things as related to it as well. I'm not certain, but I'm at least fairly confident that these books talk about the artifacts that were made, that Febo mentioned, at the very least.
So you think these were made by the person we're supposed to find?
That would be my guess.
There are 3 other books on this shelf left.
So there's.
You want to put the book back? You can. You don't have to submit.
Heck, you love
I mean,
no, let's deal.
Lou
No,
freaking
no.
robbed one, so.
Well, she's about to rob. She's about to rob another one.
You can't read them though.
It's like, I can't, but you can.
Actually, she's gonna put the books back. She feels bad.
Okay, so all 5 books are back on the shelf, which then will give you minus the 2 that you took. The only other ones that are up there that make any noticeable sense to you all, well, I guess notable sense, but notable remarkable, detail would be a pentagram, a pitchfork, and a wave.
Leaf is reading Leaf is quote unquote reading all of these books. So y'all are.
So
in
question
the long
first,
haul.
because is Rylan taking the book or is Loof taking the book first? The pentagram.
I heckin' love pentagrams.
Okay, I'm gonna assume Dr. Doofenshmirtz is taking the pentagram.
Wait, a pentagram?
The pitchfork.
Oh,
The one with the pitchforks.
You're taking the pitchfork? Okay. So,
The Pentagraminator.
Patty the pentagram.
So for Rylan, send you something in DMs and momentum. And that's it. Okay, cool. And for Loof, Wait, what?
You can't Selection of class.
As for Luke, this title has a pitchfork. I mean, the picture is a pitchfork, and the title has 18 letters. Not that you can read them. You're free to skim through it if you want to.
Yeah, she's skimming through them.
This book seems oddly color coordinated.
She goes.
Nah, frick me away. I forgot my colors. God dang it. Where'd they go? My colors.
Oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
No, not my colors. I
Not
lost
my-
all my colors.
Oh no, he's colorblind.
Well. Gotta find my colors, I guess.
And your Sonic colors?
No, I just freaking lost all my. I had it too. It's crazy.
Oh.
I'm pissed.
Damn, girl, I can't believe Frozen.
I am heated. Where did my list go? Oh, there they are. Okay. So these colors range from a words. Okay. A dark green, a light green, a pink, a red, a yellow, and a gray. That's 6 or 7.
Wait.
I'm gonna list them out for myself to make sure I'm not having a stroke.
DM can't do basic math.
Shut the frick up, Miss. I dozed off twice. I will not stand for your treason.
If you're gonna
Wait a
doze
minute.
off,
Whoa,
don't
is that Poke without
All right.
glasses?
Pink, red, yellow, light green, dark green, gray, and purple. 7
Pink,
colors.
red, yellow, dark green, light green, and
She's skimming through the whole book. Same thing, same deal with the Anvil one.
You really don't know what you're reading. But the images, this guy was really good at picture books, apparently. You can tell the imagery is it reminds you of just like towns in general, but it seems like each one is like either like written like, oh, danger, or it's like money symbols next to one, or one was just like had a lot of caution signs like, hey yo, don't go this place. This place is sketch. Like frick that. No, none of that. But you don't really know what you're looking at. As for Rylan, before I get sent a tech little nuke to my house. There it is. But yeah, you're not really quite sure what you're looking at. It's just, it seems like a lot of different images, like shops and towns and different like monuments. Like you're pretty sure one of these is like, we're talking like, it's a statue of somebody, but they do not look heroic at all. They look like they're trying to cause actual harm. I'm talking some Hail Hitler kind of energy coming from this statue.
oh lord.
Yeah, we're not talking good things. And one of the statues is just a money bag. You're not sure what's going on with these imageries.
Hey Rylan, you might want to see that.
But yeah, you're not sure what's going on with this. Then I mean, if you want to keep going, or do you stop?
You mean reading through the book?
Mm-hmm.
Loof is going to pause on that book, put it back on the shelf for later reading, and take the other book. The last
Other
one.
book notably only has 5 letters. Can I count? Yeah, I can. Okay, good. 5 letters. It has a wave on it. As you're skimming through this one, you see like different kinds of water transportation. Very unconventional. Like on some of this stuff is like, what the frick am I looking at? But you're pretty sure all this has to do something with the water. Because one way or another, there is imagery of fish, waves, or seagulls. That's all you got. You're not sure what you're looking at. Because some of this stuff, like I'm talking You got a boat that has like thrusters in the back of it. You have not a clue what's going on with this book. Not a clue. One of these things has like it's like a regular like cargo ship, like those big slow things that you're used to seeing on the water that brings, you know, transit of different cargoes from one place to another, but it has a giant glass dome over it. You're not sure what's going on. You're pretty sure this guy's a lunatic because some of this stuff will probably get you hung for witchcraft.
Witchcraft that exists here.
No,
I'm like,
not at all.
witchcraft exists here.
It'd be really strange if in a magic world witchcraft existed.
It's like in a world where people can literally teleport wherever they want. A glass dome is where he crossed the line.
No, that's not witchcraft. Can't be making that. That being said, what else do you all do?
I don't know, Trey. I'm pretty invested in this.
I'm getting back to you. I'm just making sure everyone else is good.
I will say, I mean, it is pretty obvious that Rylan is very invested in whatever this book is saying.
Which book is Rylan reading?
I heckin' love Pentagram.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. You found something interesting in that book that you'd like to share with the class?
He does not answer.
Wonderful. Alright. So there's the desk with that stuff, books. Is there anything else in this place?
Not really. It just seemed like this place was mostly just, you know, the purpose of making blueprints and writing entries, at least these books can show.
I'm taking the blueprints.
There are infinite amount of blueprints. What are you taking?
I'm taking a lot of
He's getting
blueprints.
the coffee table, bro.
Taking the whole table. No, he's just basically grabbing as many as he can.
And putting them where?
Pockets. Backpack.
You can probably at most carry 4. These are pretty big blueprints.
All right. Umbrella. Scythe with the cool fan scythe, whatever that thing was.
Give me a second. I'm gonna just send these to you and let you
What
be a
even
thief.
is a fan?
No, I'm well. I guess sure, sure.
The site.
Okay, you said umbrella, the scythe that turns into fans, opens up into a fan. What else did you say?
The shield
Shield.
with the weird mace handle.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Yo, time out.
What?
Trey, I'm gonna need some details.
Oh man, it's his whole time invested.
Yeah, he's invested.
And he's sharing
like,
nothing.
And one more, Steinar, before Honus cuts my throat.
He's nuts.
D's nuts. Claymore.
The claymore with ancient language and carving.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Honus, you're free to try to stab me.
Listen, Trey, we're gonna need some details here. Like, you're gonna have to pull me somewhere or something, because we're about to have a conversation.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
Give me a second. So Elliot took those 4 blueprints. Just double checking.
Maybe we could get these made.
Okay.
That'll be Ruby characters.
That was admittedly what I was thinking as well. I just didn't want to say it.
You guys take anything else?
Quick, what's your semblance?
Oh no.
Katie!
Anything else you take from this?
Well, I'd like to take all of them.
No.
But I can't.
Just one more, Trey. Come on, Trey. He really finagles it, you know?
No.
How about I take a few more? It's at random, because these ones are specifically chosen because I think that they'd be more fun. Can I take some at random and just kind of stick them into the loose backpack?
I'll give you 2 more,
Okay.
and I will not let you know what those are right now.
Yeah, he's just like, these ones.
I like that one.
Well, I don't. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Stick them in the mending. Stick them in the mending bag. Let's go.
And that's a good one. That's a pretty dope one.
Yo,
All
hold on,
right.
You got the mending achievement? Yeah, that's
Oh,
kinda...
let me shut the frick up.
enchantment? Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I heard mending out of your mouth. I knew something was better go down. All right. Anyway, you now have 6 blueprints, 2 of which are in loose possession, 4 of which you have on your.
Works for me.
Anything else before I am harassed?
Run down, as they say.
Run down, you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna run you down.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
run your pockets of knowledge.
Can I? One more thing. This is curiosity taking over. I want to search the room for secret buttons, handles, anything.
Honestly, if you make
just in
mention of that,
case.
I'll help you in that.
Roll me a
I'll help you in that
perception.
instance.
Or investigation.
Or investigation, I'll allow it.
Can I help him on this one?
Yeah.
Sure. why
Yeah, I
not?
was gonna do 20 as perception either way, but
Okay, there you go.
Do you really need help?
No, he's good. All right.
I mean,
With the 27.
I don't know.
Well, he was helping. He was going to give you advantage, so he's going to give you advantage. So you're good. With the 27, Elliot searches around this room looking for any extra buttons and screws and knobs and whatnot, any kind of pulling books to open doors. But it seems like this room is basically shut tight. There is, however, a button on the desk that shows something similar to the thing on the door, as if it was made with the intention to be able to watch. Okay, you press the button, and it seemed like it was made with the intention to be able to watch something from the pleasure of the seating, whether it be in front of the desk or behind the desk, as there are 2 seats in this room. This display shows the 3 icons as before: the Phoenix, the chef, and the hooded figure. And the clocks below them as follows: the hooded figure, his time is stopped perfectly at the top. The chef is still moving, and as is the Phoenix. But those are both spinning so fast that it's not really keeping accurate time of anything.
Damn, I was hoping for like a hidden door. That's the door we went through. That's not hidden.
Is that just like, is this a separate display than the door?
It's a separate display on the desk.
And then a gaming keyboard and mouse come out. This is a gaming setup.
Oh my God.
Do I?
Sorry.
Is it? I don't.
Do those clock things stick out to anybody? Because I don't know what that means.
I am unaware of what the stuff in there, of what this stuff means. However, I am very curious as to what might actually happen. I am actually vaguely curious as to what would happen should you not should someone make contact with it, as if, like, I don't know, like try to press it or something. I don't know. I'm vaguely interested as to what would happen.
See if you can move the cloaked figure one.
Is that the one that's not moving?
The hooded figure, yes, is not moving. As you attempt to move it, is that what you're going with?
You know what? Sure.
Well, no, that's not what you're doing. I thought that's what you were
No, I was thinking because I was
Okay.
waiting because there's a real part of me that thinks that if something happens, there's a chance that this goes horribly wrong. But at the same time, I am curious enough to actually go through with it, so sure.
As you push all these hands, trying to get them to move to the right position, they eventually go wherever you ask them to. But the moment you let go, they seem to snap back to the perfect noon.
I see. Um, I touched the chef profile for the same reason that Azalea went to touch the chef button earlier, because it's the least ominous of the ones here.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Well, if you're touching like the hands, it stops for a moment, but the moment you let go, it goes back to spinning in full force.
Yeah, no, I had figured that the clocks function similarly, but I was going to touch the icon itself. But if nothing happens, nothing happens. It's fine. Unless something happened.
Roll me an insight, Elliot.
Oh, Elliot? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get advantage?
That'll be nice, sure.
Sick.
Elliot, when this hand stops, for a moment, you are very clear on what's going on, and the words on these blueprints become a bit more coherent. But only for a split second before it vanishes again.
Huh?
Did you notice something?
Well, the blueprints made sense for like a quick second.
And when was that?
When you're messing with it.
The clock or the icon itself?
Was it the icon?
He was
Or
moving the
just
hands.
The hands. All right.
When you're messing with the hands on the clock.
Interesting.
Do it again.
He goes to grab
going
a random book off the shelf that people can't read.
Please do not put the books in the clocks.
I'm not gonna put the books in clocks. I'm gonna see if I can read it.
Okay. And then
As you go to stop it again, it does not stop this time. No matter how much you try to catch it, it just will not stop.
I tried to move the other one that's already stopped.
Doesn't budge.
Okay, so
So confused.
So the Phoenix one might be the only one available to move.
As far as you all are aware, given how many times you've seen this image, it doesn't seem like it's anything to be used as a source of entry or additional access to any other system, but just a display. So whatever information it is displaying is important to the person that owns this location.
Yeah.
What the hell is Elliot? I'm so confused.
Well, I think I got everything I came for.
Yeah. Okay.
Except I'm left even more confused.
All right.
Maybe if you finished that goddamn riddle, you wouldn't be so confused.
I did finish it. What are you talking about?
No, you didn't. Don't sit here and say you did. Don't lie.
Nah, my man's got it, bro.
I got it.
I'm looking at it right now. He didn't finish it.
Bro, you must be looking in the wrong place, dog. I'm telling you, my man's got it.
I did move it around recently, but
I say, don't lie to me. That breaks my law.
I tried to contact Febo if at all possible.
Well, when you attempt to contact Febo, she doesn't speak immediately, but you can tell she's definitely listening.
Yo, Febo. So, I think that we might have found something related to the artificer you were talking about earlier. We found a little room with different books and whatnot. Some of which showing designs for the different artifacts that you said we had in our possession. Just if you might have any extra information that I am unaware of, that I can't discern at this moment in time, that would be great. Or at least some sort of conversation help this out.
Noticeably sounding better than she did at one point. She would reply with, well, I may not know exactly where you are. I can certainly tell you that while you have found something that is strikingly close to what the artificers made before, I cannot tell you for certain if that is where he resides. It has been such a long time since I have spoken to them that I would not be able to tell you exactly if that was the right place or not.
Can you?
But you're crafty.
Hmm.
I'm sure you can figure this one out. Once again, you are one of my followers, so.
All right. Whatever. Alright. I continue. Just
Continue what?
there's at least just one more clock that exists, and I'm going to mess with the Phoenix clock. It's the only other clock that I haven't actually done anything with. Does it not move at all?
Doesn't even move. Not even a budge.
Lovely. So those two instances into the whole thing. Wonderful. I know there's a lot of blueprints. This might just be stupid or fruitless endeavor, but a part of me does want to see if the artifacts that we have appear in any of the blueprints.
No, they all seem rather new.
Yeah, okay.
You found more of the things you guys had in the book that had the anvil on it than you did with blueprints of the desk.
Yeah, alright, just making sure. So,
and notably, you could infer that based on the fact that the book had more testing revolving around the objects in there, that is
are
more finished things that were actually made versus these are things
actual
that are being
prototypes.
conceptualized.
Yeah, actual prototypes that probably exist somewhere. I would like to see the anvil book and see how, just like a rough estimate, just like to see how many of those pages are there.
There are only like
actual things
30
on
to
it.
40 pages that are left out of this thing. There are
30 to
plenty.
plenty
No, there's only 30 to 40 objects.
I know.
Pages that have not been written in.
Yeah, I got it.
And this is like, we're talking your standard like 210 page book.
Yeah, no. So that's that. In the times that Rylan read any of these things, did he find any sort of locations that might have been on them?
There was never been any location ever noted or marked anywhere on any of these objects or any of these writings.
Okay. Was there any indication on here as to how he actually made any of these things instead of just like descriptions as to what they do?
Nope.
Okay.
Not a single thing in this room even resembles anything that a blacksmith would use to make their own weapons.
Okay. I see.
There's no grime, no dust, no dirt, no iron, no metal. No metals, no anything to forge anything, no heat, nothing. There's a plain room, very nicely decorated room. Like this man had taste. We're talking royalty taste.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's perfectly clean.
Well, if there's anything else, we could probably leave a note if he ever comes back.
I don't know if we're ever going to come back. If we are ever
No,
going to
not
come back.
us.
I am aware, but what does leaving a note actually do for us?
If he comes back, he'll know that we're looking for him. We're looking for him, right?
I mean, we could just direct him towards. Well, that's thinking that he's nice, but maybe once we see my parents, we could direct him towards them to contact us. She shrugs awkwardly.
Well, I can't write, so what do you have to do it?
I'm considering actually keeping this book in particular, just because this might have, just to as a way to see if these, because if we ever run into artifacts again, I like to at least know that that's what we are running into, instead of just hapless items on the road. I mean, until we put things in the bag, I don't think we actually knew. Until we actually put things in the bag and whatnot, it's not like we were able to discern from pure visuals that the bag itself was an actual artifact of some sort, right? So having some level of reference might be useful for future endeavors. But I'm also somewhat reserved about taking items out of a building, of taking items from someone who we have absolutely no idea of. I know that they worked with Febo before. That's the extent of our know. I know they worked with Febo, and at least they worked with Febo, right? Which means I have contact with some deities of some at some level. That's the extent of what I'm aware of, and I'm not entirely certain if if their relationship is still positive or not.
Oh, by the way, Rylan, you can write this anywhere you see fit, but now you can like read ancient language or whatever.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, what? I heckin' love reading.
I love doing things.
Yeah, someone gets it.
What else can be found on this freaking? What?
The only way of exit is the way you came. It doesn't seem like there's anything else here that you haven't already seen, even with your additional investigation and perception.
Elliot is leaving.
Oh, my liver.
It's following.
Elliot is staying because he's killing Trey. No, I'm just kidding.
That's 2 people out, 4 left.
I didn't get my information.
You can take the book with you.
The details.
You can take the book with you. Where
the DM said it. It's fine.
Yes, you can take the book with you.
I'm not gonna get murdered later. So
you actually watched like 2 of your friends put them fully away in like it's like, oh yeah, I'm taking this. One is holding on to his still, and one guy has blueprints.
I'd never know this. I'm very invested in this book.
Yeah, he's reading a book. Nobody else was looking at Elliot at the time. You know, I'm just kidding.
We put them in someone else's
3
bag.
people out.
Yeah, he very blatantly took them.
3 people left in the room. What's going on?
I kind of just want to. Okay, I kind of want to take the books that he has.
All the books? I mean, I guess the ones that you found more important.
Yeah, at least.
All right.
I kind of want to take them for future reference, and if we meet them, we can have conversations with them, be able to ask what is in them, and hopefully my personal relationship with Febo will keep us from getting absolutely murdered. Who knows?
Maybe.
All hypothetical here, but I'd rather have this information for later, so I'm taking the books, and I waltz on out of the place.
Okay. So you have 4 books. Rylan has his. Anyone else staying? Y'all heading out? Everyone gone? We dipping?
It was just sort of like, I don't know what just happened last hour. I'm just following everyone. Anything I can use as a weapon in there? No? Alright, I'm out.
There are things to make weapons that you could use later on.
We might possibly make you one at some point. I can't be certain of anything else.
I'm fine for now.
I mean, shoot, if you want like a scythe, I can make it. I could try. We could try to see someone make another gun.
I mean, a scythe is really just a spear with a long sword attached to it.
You can see if you want a gun, if someone else can make it.
A gun is just a stick that shoots super tiny swords.
Raw.
I don't think that's accurate.
All right. Well, as you all are heading out of this, you're going up the ladder. You don't see end in sight. And who's taking lead right now?
Unfortunately,
Well, Elliot left, but
unfortunately, I think that would probably be Elliot. 'Cause I think Elliot left first.
I followed Elliot, so I mean, unless Elliot wants, I'll take it.
he'll just keep on walking, and hopefully it's the right direction.
Well, actually, right
climbing
now
up the
you're going
ladder.
up a ladder.
Yeah, that's what
Right,
I was saying.
going up the ladder, and once we get to the top, hopefully it goes in the right direction.
Well, as you're going up this ladder, you are going up the ladder for some time. And after you start to think like, oh my God, is this ever going to end? You eventually reach like a thump. Like you can't go any further up. Like there's something above you, but can't really, move upwards.
You can't go through it again.
What?
I mean, you can try to push on it, but
Push.
okay. You push, and you're met with the light. Well, no, my bad, not the light. The pure darkness above you, and by darkness I mean the night sky. No trees, the trees fell over, but you noticeably are lifting up what to be as a stump that kind of just like falls behind you, almost like it was a hatch.
I didn't fall in a stump.
And you can come out of that, and you see Mares greeting you at the entrance of this. And with that, I'm gonna hand it back over to Poke, even though we only got like 30 minutes of session left.
This is an interesting room.
Back to slavery.
So you guys do see Mares, who appears to be just like have been walking around this area for a bit. But as soon as it sees you, it pretty much stands still and awaits for all of you to start either getting on or leading it somewhere.
At least I didn't
Elliot.
leave us. That's always a good thing.
He likes us.
So-
As everyone is going to the surface, I need everyone to roll me a perception.
Oh,
yes, combat. In the last 30, I'm just kidding.
Could be.
Oh, sick. That's funny.
Okay. Is that everyone who will be rolling?
Pro, are you gonna use your thing, or just gonna let that 18 rock?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. So both Puba and Ryzen, especially Ryzen, you both realize that there is a crack on one of the wheels.
Like a new crack. This wasn't there originally. This is a wholly new crack.
Yeah,
This is
no,
just
like
there.
there's this like on the axle, you can see there's a visible crack that just travels down on one side of the wheel.
Like this is like new. Like
Yes.
like we left in pristine. Okay, sick. Someone.
Probably the tremors.
And
Yeah,
as you say that though, Steinar, you guys do remember of the tremors.
Yeah.
Oh, like.
I've been released from slavery. He went to bed. Yes,
That's fine.
sir.
No worries.
Oh, Lord, we have to fix the wheel. Okay. Does anyone
I
actually?
can keep it sturdy until we make it to the next town.
You mean by keep it started?
Well, I can basically glue it. If you think about it.
With what? Even. Why would you glue a wheel? Where?
Well, it keeps it together. I mean, I'm not saying that it'll last forever.
No,
And look,
Elliot's going to put his hand to the crack in the wheel.
Okay.
And he's going to fill the crack with glaze, a candy glaze, and let
Okay.
it dry.
Roll me a focus or concentration, and then roll me a magic.
2 of my best stats. And then a magic, which is not my best stat.
Okay. With a 23 and a 10, you see that you put your hand over the wheel and you start manifesting this candy structure as you're attempting it to harden around the axle. And you see that it hardens really well. You think this could hold for a while?
I think this can hold for a while.
So,
Okay. Okay.
so who's the
And after
first to get on the wagon?
Elliot was going to go feed Sir Cluckington.
Okay.
Which is on the wagon.
Would
so
anyone
probably-
would anyone have gone to the wagon as Elliot was fixing the wheel and axle?
I probably would have gone alongside of him. Like,
Okay.
just gone to the wagon at least.
That's fine. And
Well,
actually,
she
with
has petting a horse.
no worries. And actually, this would make sense, especially with your nat 20. So Ryzen, immediately as you turn the corner to where the opening of the wagon is, you see every single one of your belongings are just thrashed around.
Yeah.
And not only
I
that,
figured.
one of the
That's
bags that was containing the seeds is scattered all over the ground, and Sir Cluckington, from his cage, you can see has been continuously eating every single seed
Oh
around.
Lord. Oh no.
You
Oh,
in
no.
this short amount of time, you can
Oh.
tell that he has gained weight.
Oh no.
It's a
Oh,
chocobo now. A fat chocobo.
Let's go.
It might be a good time to stop.
Nothing.
we were getting
Unless
there.
you wanna keep... Okay.
So, I assume you guys will be spending the rest of the night cleaning up and possibly going to
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. And I look to Elliot. Don't feed Cluckington yet for a bit. He's had his full for a while.
What do you mean? Oh my
Yes.
god! You glutton, Sir Cluckington!
Yeah, just like give it a bit, alright? Not saying never feed him again. Just like not right now. For some time.
Out of character question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did the bird react to those sour seeds, or did
see,
it just avoid them?
Eating the
So
sour seeds?
that was not the one that was scattered over the
That's
floor.
what
It was
I thought.
it was the other one.
I kind of assumed that wasn't
You
the
just
sour
said
seeds.
seeds in general, so
I did. But for clarification, it was just the regular, I believe, wheat seeds that you guys had.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured that because like you were saying it was eating them all. I'm like, I don't think that if there was
Yeah,
sour
because
seeds, it
that
would be eating
one,
it.
I believe that one was in a
It
barrel.
was
The
also in a
one that
yeah, it was also in a crate.
yeah, that one was in a crate. The one that was teared open was in a bag.
He teared open.
It seemed to have just teared open with like all the things jumbled about. The bag seemed to
Yeah.
have just weakened enough to rip
It
open.
just tore.
What
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
Jesus Christ? Oh, I'm
So, yeah. Obviously, clean it up. I say that to Elliot.
All right.
Like, please.
So you guys do the cleanup. Whether you decide to help or not, that's really up to you. But you guys do have dinner. You guys eventually go to sleep. Unless there's anything you guys want to say or do before going to sleep.
Not at the moment.
Okay. So,
At least not for me. I don't know. That's everyone.
Right.
Last bit, and then then Elliot will probably go to sleep. But
okay.
So, why was I underground again?
Oh, we fought a giant worm.
When you were children, you climbed on the back of the Dark Knoll. The Dark Knoll went underground. And when the Dark Knoll died, it was underground. So you were underground with it. and you just happen to wake up while you're underground, I guess. At least your side.
Okay, good. I thought I dug like a huge hole and
Yeah,
like just
yeah.
got lost.
Yeah, no. No. It's not gonna ask. Never mind.
All right, that was it for me.
Yeah. So yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's
All
about
right.
it.
So, you all eat, go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and when you guys wake up, you guys continue down the path that you were heading for towards the northeast. It is now the 17th of third spring. You guys wake up fairly early in the morning. As you guys get plenty of sleep, you make your way down the road, and sometime in the late morning, you do see a village in the distance, one that is very familiar to Azalea, and that is where we'll be ending for tonight's session.
That town looks like Azalea. That's